Black Critic Guy, and I'm here today to review the film, drumroll please, Whiplash! Yeah, I know the joke was pretty cheesy, and I'm pretty sure other people have done the same thing in their reviews, but I don't give a fuck because this film does deserve a drumroll. Now, Whiplash follows a guy named Andrew, who's a first-year student at a music university, and this guy really loves to play the drums. Like, he dedicates all of his time and effort, almost 550%, to playing the drums. That's how much he's really into it. And one day, he's given the great opportunity to play drums in the best studio band in the entire university, taught by the music teacher Terrence Fletcher, who, between you and me, isn't the nicest guy around. I mean, this guy is a complete hard ass. And from there, we see Andrew get pushed to his limits constantly by Fletcher as he strives to become one of the greats. Now, I have been hearing so many great things about this film from critics and friends alike. My best friend Matt said that this was the best film that he saw in 2014. And hell, even Jeremy Johns picked this film as his #1 best film of the year. And hell, this film has been getting a lot of accolades and awards and praise. So needless to say, I really wanted to see what the whole fuss was about. I wanted to see this movie for myself. And I gotta say, guys, holy shit, that was a visceral experience. I mean, my God, that was riveting. I mean, this film gave me butterflies in my stomach. I could feel the intensity just coming right out of the screen. First off, I gotta give props to the direction, cinematography, and editing in this film. They were excellent, especially in the last 20 minutes of this film, which I'm gonna talk about in more detail later. But the camera movements in the film, the fast-paced editing, I mean, it really helped to intensify a scene, helped to intensify the moment. And this film was actually written and directed by a first-time director/screenwriter. I have no idea what the guy's name is, but I'll put a picture of him and his name right here. But by the way he handled this film, you would think that he's been making films for years. And a little fun fact about this film was actually based off of a short film by the same guy, and it also co-starred J.K. Simmons in the same role that he plays in the feature-length film. I bet you guys didn't know that, huh? The story of the film, although nothing new and original in my opinion, because I've seen a lot of films that tackle on the subject of a character being pushed too far, was still well handled and very interesting. And I love the way that it ended. I thought it had a perfect ending. But it was still very compelling to see a man be consumed by his passion to the point where he will sacrifice everything, and I mean everything, to accomplish his dream of becoming one of the greats. And to be honest, seeing that kind of made me feel really sad inside, to think that he's given up all these other opportunities and all these other things that he could have in his life just to achieve this one goal that he's been aiming towards. It just kind of tore me up inside. But by far, the greatest element of this film was the acting by our two leads, Miles Teller and J.K. Simmons. Both of them knocked it out of the park. And you know, as much as J.K. Simmons is getting a lot of buzz for his performance, I'm really shocked that Miles Teller is not getting a lot of attention for his dynamic performance. I mean, they were literally on the same level with their performance. They both were just mesmerizing. Each scene, they were just clashing with each other. They did excellently. I really love J.K. Simmons' character being this really tough, hard-ass teacher that just pushes you to succeed, constantly pushing you to succeed. He kind of reminded me of like a drill sergeant or R. Lee Ermey from Full Metal Jacket. He reminded me of that character so much. He would just get into your face and just start yelling at you. Push harder, do something, you motherfucker. And then there's Miles Teller's performance. He really did a good job at embodying a man that is just engulfed in his passion, that he will do whatever it takes. Whether he's bleeding, whether he's hurt, he's just gotta keep on drumming until he's the best that there is, and he's gonna be one of the greats. And my God, Miles Teller, I mean, I've had a problem with his acting in other films. I've never seen The Spectacular Now. I know a lot of people gave him a lot of praise for that film, but this is the film that has now convinced me that Miles Teller is a phenomenal actor, and I would love to see more from this guy. But as much as I thought that the acting from the two leads was one of the greatest elements of the film, the one thing that is unquestionably the greatest thing about this film was the last 20 minutes. Oh my God, the last 20 minutes. Sometimes when I see a film, and this rarely happens, there will come a moment, a scene that I would call the perfect scene. Like, this scene could be its own standalone short film. If you were to take out the rest of the film, this scene could still stand on its own and still be great. And there are only 3 movies that I could think of that have perfect scenes: Unforgiven, A Few Good Men, Pulp Fiction, and now Whiplash. The last 20 minutes of this film was exhilarating. Just non-stop exhilaration. It had me angry, it had me sad, it had me cheerful, it had me on the edge of my seat, it had me just glued to the screen. I could not stop watching what was unfolding in front of me. My God, everything that I mentioned previously is on full throttle in the last 20 minutes. The acting, the editing, the music, the cinematography, the direction, everything is just on another level when it comes to the last 20 minutes of this film. I love the shit out of the last 20 minutes. And if anything, that last 20 minutes made the movie. That made the movie for me, my God. And just the way that it ended and the way that it all culminated together, it actually ended on a happy note. I was very surprised because the 2 characters in this scene, they both got what they wanted by the end. And I was just like, oh my God, this is without a doubt a perfect scene. It is a perfect scene. And honestly, I don't really have many problems with this film. I mean, I have a few irritations here and there. I wish we could have saw more from the other characters and seen more of Andrew's life, but I know the whole point of the film was to show his obsession with drumming, his passion for drumming, so that was the main focus. That's what the movie's about. But for me personally, I would have loved to see more character interactions. I'm all about character interactions. And there is this one scene in the movie that I just was like, I call bullshit on that scene. Like, it just was so unbelievable in a film that, for the most part, was very realistic and down to earth, like really grounded. I could actually see this happening. This one scene really stuck out as just incredibly unbelievable, and just, it felt like a fixed scene. Like, it's something that they threw in there just to add some more type of drama to it, but I kind of felt like it was unnecessary, and if they were going to do it, they might as well have done it more accurately. But other than that, guys, this film is just a freaking experience, and I loved it to death. I wish I saw this last year. I really wish I saw this last year. It definitely would have been in my top 10, maybe even in the top 3. It would have been in the top 3. That's how great this film is. And there's no other words than a 5 out of 5. This film is an epic masterpiece. It is so freaking phenomenal, and I want you guys to go see it. If it's playing in your local theater, or if you can find it anywhere, go see the film. It is fantastic. But anyway, what did you guys think about this film if you've seen it? Did you really enjoy it as much as I did? Or did you find it really cliche and predictable and you just don't give a shit about anything? It's not well developed? And let me know, what is your favorite performance from both Miles Teller and J.K. Simmons? Comment below and let me know. And as I said, I got a bunch of movie reviews coming your way, so stay tuned for all those. And until the videos come, guys, if you would like to be a part of the Black Critic crew and not miss out on a single review, please hit that subscribe button below, like this video if you really enjoyed it, and I'm Tony Watt II, playing classical clarinet here on the Black Critic Guy. Till then, peace, YouTube.